So, long story short, Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 3DS requires the brand new 3DS to post to Miiverse while you're playing. And you won't be able to do this with your old 3DS. Now, keep in mind, you already can't use the Circle Pad Pro, but you can use the C-Stick of the new 3DS. And now this. So you've got another thing you can't do on your current 3DS. And you'll get an error message if you try to open the Miiverse while you're playing it, or the web browser. However, there's a message on the Smash Brothers 3DS Miiverse community that says, Miiverse cannot be run while this software is being played, so posting screenshots to this community is not possible. However, you can do it with the new 3DS and new 3DS XL. Now, keep in mind, you can do this with any other 3DS game, and to make matters worse, you can do this with, like, let's just say, any other 3DS game without the new 3DS. Now, if Sony or Microsoft did this thing, then long story short, they'd be getting chewed out for it. I mean, imagine if there were 360 games with features locked until you bought a brand new 360 Slim or 360E, or the same with the PS3 with features locked unless you bought a PS3 Slim or Super Slim. People would be pissed off, and rightfully so, because they'd feel burnt being an early adopter. I mean, this has only been 3 years or something like that since the 3DS came out, and yet there are already games which are making it obsolete. But don't take my word for it, or these people's words for it, because you could actually do it yourself, and I'm going to show you how you can do it yourself, especially when the Smash Brothers demo releases worldwide, or at least in America. So what you're going to need are 2 3DS games, one being a copy of the demo, and, well, let's just say a 3DS game right here. Now, long story short, I'm going to turn on wireless too, so I can post to Miiverse. So, as you can see, the game is loaded. So I'm going to go to Miiverse. As you can see, I can go to Miiverse in game. Works, right? And I can do the same with the web browser. Now, sure, it's slow because, long story short, Nintendo, they're not real good at coding. Just look at the Wii U. Look how slow that thing is with the main menus. And now I can even make a post. But as you can see, look. All sorts of 3DS communities. The new Miiverse announcement and all this stuff. So I can browse the Miiverse, and keep in mind, I have not quit the game yet. Now, this is how it works out of the box with most 3DS games. As you can see, it looks like it's working. Now, I'm going to go back to the home menu, and I'm going to show you how it works in Smash Brothers. Now, this is the game Nintendo wants you to shell out money for a new 3DS to get the full experience. Now, remember, if there were 360 games that restricted dashboard access, they'd be getting chewed out for it. But you can play, like all the new games, you can play Destiny, Watch Dogs, Titanfall on an old fat 360 from 2008. The same as they would on any other 360. But, let's wait for this to load. So now, I'm going to go to home and look how long this takes. Let's try to go to the web browser. Oh, I can't do that because, look, you cannot launch the internet browser at the same time as the currently suspended software. You cannot launch Miiverse while the currently suspended software is running. So if you have the demo, you can try this for yourself and see that Nintendo is actually holding you back. And keep in mind, a lot of people want to look stuff up on the internet while they play, like with role-playing games. If they get stuck and they want a walkthrough, Or they'll go on Miiverse and post their scores and that stuff. Or funny pictures that they saw. And looky here, Miiverse functionality is restricted with this game, unless you buy the brand new 3DS. Now, of course, I'm not surprised considering how the Wii U Online is bare bones winning game. For example, you can't send messages or cross-game chat or do that stuff to other people. Like, you can't send a message when you're in another game to another person. And yet here we have the 3DS. There are already crippling features unless you buy the new 3DS. Now, what does this say about Nintendo? Because as you can see here, just an article isn't enough proof. Here you have it. The proof is in the pudding. And you can actually test this on your very own Nintendo 3DS. The very own 3DS you paid money for, or your XL, or your 2DS. You can do it on all of them. And in fact, I want you to test it yourself and see just what I'm talking about. All in all, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. And please, speak up when stuff like this happens. It's better that people speak up instead of just letting it happen. I mean, when people spoke up, they changed stuff with other things, like, remember the whole Xbox One thing a few, like last year pretty much? And now that whole thing is like nobody even is going to remember that in a year or two unless, well, they choose to, because long story short, it's not Nintendo where people sweep everything under the rug. But you know what I'm talking about. Let's be honest here. This is what Nintendo wants. They want you to buy a brand new 3DS. That's all. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.